And now, on with the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show today. I'm Rumblin' Man, and this is the Rumblin' Man YouTube channel. This is a guitar and bass network where we look at guitars, basses, and related gear. We also really bring people together here. In a lot of our chat forums, we have guitar players and bass players kind of connecting and relating and chatting together, and multi-instrumentalists, you know what I mean? It's a really great place to be, great place to see videos. Positive content. So if you like videos like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and please hit the bell, because if you're a bass player, you're going to want to be notified in some of my upcoming videos, because we got some really cool basses coming up like this one today. Would love to have your subscription, and would love to have a thumbs up if you're enjoying this content so far today, which has only been 1 second, but we're good, okay? That opening demo was this bass kind of played with a pick somebody gave me and some distortion just for kind of a cool rock vibe, and that was a lot of fun, and we're gonna hear it some more too. I must confess a personal frustration. I actually already shot this review a little while ago and said everything, and then my camera ran out of space and I lost it. So here I am saying it all again, some of it for the third time, and that's very annoying. But guess what? It works good for you, because even though it's late and all that stuff, I actually am probably going to say it all better this time, okay? So bear with me if I seem delirious in any way. So guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at the Spector Legend 4 Classic bass guitar. This is a really cool bass. I've always been curious about Spector. I've always thought they seemed sweet. I'd pick one up and pop it a little bit at a friend's house or a music store, but I've never actually had one in my hands to do a full demo and review and record with. So today this has been really cool. First impressions were when I brought this home earlier. I was sitting in the yard with my wife, and I just noticed what a great playing experience it was. Like, this is just a very well-built instrument. It has an amazing setup. The fretwork looks incredible. The string height is perfect. And that is probably due to my friend Jeff. This is his bass. He owns it. He's a collector, buyer, and seller in the area, and he's also an expert guitar tech. So Jeff, thank you very much for letting me review this bass from your collection today. I appreciate you and all that you do for the channel, brother. So just a really cool playing experience, guys. It's got some high-quality appointments on it. So before I let you hear it again, let me just explain a little bit about what it's made of and what it does, okay? One thing I really love is the neck. This is a 3-piece bolt-on maple neck. It's an awesome playing experience. It reminds me of other really high-quality bass necks I've tried out before. The finish, one thing that's really important to me to know, so I always try to fill you in on as well, the finish on the back of the neck is satin. Feels like a high satin finish. You can kind of see the lamination here, which I just now noticed in this light. That's cool. It's not, glossy, and it's also not that weird, rough, unfinished vibe. It's a nice and medium thick satin. And I do like that a lot. It reminds me of some of the, current Lakelands and Fenders. It seems like a lot of people have switched from gloss to satin, and there's nothing wrong with that. So very cool. The hardware simply rocks, okay? So this nut is a graphite nut. And one cool thing about graphite nuts is you don't really have to, lubricate them as much as you do, bone or the much dreaded synthetic bone plastic nut. I recently reviewed some Big Ben's nut sauce, which guitar players and bass players should definitely use. So check out my video on that. I'll put a link because that's really a good product. You really need to know about and have if you can as a player. But with a graphite nut, you're not going to need that so much. Graphite kind of does kind of a self-lubricating type thing. So tuning stability, it seems to hold tune really well. These are sealed die-cast tuners, which is, great quality. One thing I really love about these tuners is, the shape, if that's your kind of tuner shape, go for it. But one thing I do love is they do have the screws on the side of them so that if you feel the need to tighten the tuners for better precision or accuracy, or even if you want them more loose, you have the ability to adjust that, which is great because you don't always find that with bass tuners. A lot of bass tuners don't give you that option, and therefore they're very hard to do any kind of maintenance on. But these are good. This is Spector's locking die-cast bridge. It looks to me to be a small but high-mass bridge. It's awesome. It's going to give you a lot of sustain. It's going to really help you out. You're not going to have problems with the bridge. Seems extremely well made. This die-cast material seems pretty sweet. The body it's on is a solid ash body. On the top, I believe we have some burled walnut as well as some figured maple, if I'm right about that, which gives it a very beautiful look, kind of a translucent look we have here. And the bass comes in some other really beautiful finishes as well. And then where this thing shines is the playability, but there's also really cool electronics on board. These are Bartolini proprietary PJ pickups. I'm a huge PJ guy. To me, PJ is where it's at. That's my fave, you know what I mean? And Bartolini, very trustworthy brand, great bass guitar companies like Spector and Lakeland will sometimes actually outsource pickups to Bartolini. So it's a very trusted name, trusted by some of the great builders in the industry. And they're very cool sounding pickups. And then we have an active electronic system. Obviously, the active onboard electronic system will run on a battery, and it is Spector's Tone Pump Junior active electronics system. Essentially, I'll tell you what these controls do. I haven't really looked into the different systems that Spector makes. So Junior is probably because it has a little bit less features. This is a 2-band EQ. On some basses, like I've got a Sire Marcus Miller over here that it's got like a 4-band EQ on it. And I love that tailoring and flexibility right there on your bass, you know what I mean? But this kind of keeps it a little more concise. The front knob here is an individual volume for the precision style pickup in the neck position. The next knob here up on top is an individual volume for the J style pickup, which is the single coil here in the bridge position. And then down here, this is a treble boost knob, and this is a bass boost knob, okay? So you can boost treble and bass. And I believe that with this system, by turning those up and down, I believe you can get plus or minus up to 12 decibels, which that's a world of difference right there. So pretty cool. That's what it's made of. That's what it does, but you're going to want to hear it. So let's go ahead real quick and give you more of a passive look at these pickups. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the treble and bass boost down, and that's going to kind of let you hear these pickups passively. And first I'll play on the P pickup soloed, and then the J pickup, and then I'll play on both pickups, just so you'll hear the range of passive tones you can get out of this bass. Let's check it out. So very cool, guys. Obviously, some really nice passive tones we can get there. By the way, if you hear the rush of wind behind me, please forgive. It is a very windy night here on the Florida coast. So first, we're going to listen to both pickups in this next demo, but first with the bass knob all the way down and the treble knob all the way boosted. See how that sounds? And then we will listen with the treble knob all the way down and the bass knob all the way boosted. See how that sounds? And then we will listen with both the treble and bass knob boosted all the way up. And that's going to be my favorite tone that you get with this bass. Is with those boosted, it really gives you that nice round sound that PJs are known for. And let's see how you think it sounds. So obviously there's some really cool flexibility there as to what you can do with the tones of this bass. We do have one more demo to let you hear, but first I kind of want to give you my opinion on the bass overall. And some of this is already established, but just to kind of tell you what I think. Obviously the playing experience is wonderful. I feel like, you can play on this bass for hours at a time. If you sweat on the neck a lot when playing and you don't like gloss because of maybe some stickiness there, this satin is going to set you up really nicely. Feels beautiful. I think this bass could hold up through a lot of road work. I think it could really be a workhorse. So playing experience, cosmetically, the way it's built and everything, absolutely rocks. For me personally, and this part's just going to be an opinion. Most of this is fact, but this will be opinion right here. I'm not a big two-band EQ guy. And when I do like to use a two-band active EQ, I prefer it that it's more of a treble boost and cut and a bass boost and cut to where, with the knobs where there will be a notch in the middle. So click, you know that you're in the middle, you're flat, and then from there you can cut or boost each one. That's not really the case with this because from what I'm able to tell anyway, and let me know if I'm wrong about this, but from what I'm able to tell, if you turn the boost all the way down, you're really just listening to the passive sound. There's not really a cut there. You just cut it back to the passive sound, and then there's the boost. So it really gives you a little less flexibility than something with boost and cut with a notch in the middle that helps you know when you're flat. That's what I would like better. That said, this bass reminds me a lot of a bass I once had, which was the Diamond Series Spector Stiletto. It's very similar controls to that. Of course, that was two humbuckers, but very similar controls, except this is a better shape and a better built bass than that was. Spector also is a very respectable company, so I'm sure I haven't checked out a whole lot of Spector basses in the past, but I'm sure the upper you get in their series and their lines of basses, I'm sure they give you more options to tailor your tone, and maybe this particular one just kind of gives you some basic active options. That said, there's a lot of people out there who love to just have a simple treble and boost knob. So it's really all a matter of taste and preference, So that's just my thoughts. I like something that's a little more tailored, but still very cool. How does she slap? All right. We all love slap bass playing. All right. You love that sound, even if you say you don't. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn both pickups on and have both boosts all the way up, and I'm going to play a little bit of slap playing, and let's listen to what kind of slap tones you can potentially get out of this killer bass guitar. All about, does the feel of it, the playing experience, and does the sound, does it work for your needs? And that's why I always recommend you really should, if you can, you should try one of these things for yourself. Now, if you have the money and the flexibility to where you can order one and then send it back if you don't like it, great, go on and do that. In fact, I've got a link for you in the description of this video to where if you want to order one right now, I did some research, found a great link to where you can get it fairly quickly. So you can click that link in the description of this video and go on and order it right now. But if you have the option of trying it first, I definitely recommend that, because there's nothing worse than spending money on something before you get it only to realize you don't like it. That said, this is a very cool bass, very great build, and I do recommend it if this sound is what you're looking for, okay? So guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and demo. I love to do this stuff. The Rumblin' Man channel, we have kind of a threefold journey, a threefold purpose, I guess, if you will. And that is, number one, we want to bring people together, and we want to celebrate good music and good equipment, and have fun together, reach each other with a positive purpose. And then number two, I want to help you as the consumer to find the gear and the products that work right for your musical needs. And then number three, I want to help companies too, great companies like, Spector, Lakeland, Gibson, whoever. I want to help those companies find the consumers that are going to love their products. So it's all about bringing people together and helping you with information. So feel free to subscribe to the Rumblin' Man channel. We do a lot of different things here with guitar and bass, but the bulk of it is going to be gear reviews. Hit the bell, give me the thumbs up button if you enjoyed and got value out of today's content. And I would love to chat gear with you in the comments. If you have experience with Spectors, want to tell me your experience or ask questions or anything like that, you are more than welcome to do so. Again, a special thanks to my friend Jeff for making today's video possible by loaning me this bass. And thanks to all of you for being willing to check it out, okay? God bless you. I appreciate you viewing. And I will see you on the next video. All right, we got some great stuff coming up, so stay tuned. All right, and on the end screen, I will have a couple links to. There will be one link to my playlist of bass guitar reviews, and then adjacent to that, I will put a link to another bass review that I think will be a bass that you will really like if you're into this style of bass. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Thanks again, and peace out.